Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. That's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. ZipRecruiter.com/zip.
Welcome to Lanterns Live. It's Ralph, and it's solo today because I am doing the introductory issue of Absolute Green Lantern #1 by Al Ewing and Lindsay is the artist. This is the cover right here. Hopefully you've read it. If not, you may get spoiled. I might not go into too crazy of detail, but there is some stuff that if you're interested in this book, you may want to avoid getting spoiled. This was a book I wasn't going to read at all. I'm not really into sort of the Elseworlds stories. I'm not a big fan of, just like kind of alternate reality, alternate takes on characters. It's not my thing. I'm not like super into like books that like hold a specific continuity. But this is a book that I was like planning on not reading. And so it turns out that it is a very popular book and a lot of people are buying it. I think when it came out 2 weeks ago, it was in the top 10, along with the other Absolute series from DC. So it's a big hit. This is a Green Lantern page. And so I'm like, listen, I got to cover it. There's no way I can't cover this book because so many people are reading it. I don't know how many people have enjoyed this book. I know Vactor recently was on my previous episode, said that I was going to love this book. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'll tell you this, the writing is really strong and the artwork is incredible. And it's just, for me, I don't understand the concept of these types of books. I'm not sure who they're for. I know that this book is going to be like a horror book. And so maybe it's like if horror fans get there, kind of what would DC be like if things were horror? I guess that's pretty interesting. Like Marvel Zombies. Like I kind of get it. It's almost like a what if. So for me, like this book, it's so hard to kind of wrap my head around. It's just bizarre to me because it's like, these are characters that I really, really enjoy. Like I like Hal Jordan. I like Jon Stewart. Even Joe Mullen, like the 3 Lantern characters that are in this book. It's nice seeing them, I guess. It's weird that they're completely different. So it makes me wonder, like, why? Why include characters and then change them so drastically? I don't get it. I want to, like, I feel like if this book had like different people or something, I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on because I've read like Earth 1 Green Lantern. I need to stop doing that thumbs up. I've read that, and that was like a different take on Green Lantern, whereas like Hal Jordan's still kind of a test pilot and stuff, and he's still like working for the space program, but it's set in a more like grounded, realistic world. For this, it's like Hal Jordan, John, and Joe just like work for this company, and they're not. It's like completely changed their characters. This is a tough one. This is really a tough one. Clone Avengers in the chat. They said that I've ended up really enjoying all the Absolute books. They're all on my pull list. Absolute Green Lantern cracked the top 10 of sales last month. I think Absolute has been, all the Absolute have been in the top 10. I believe you're right. I saw a list, and I think Absolute Green Lantern was number 10 of the top 10, which is great for a Lantern book. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, like this is a thing. I don't know how much these are going to drop off after once the next issues come. Because like, I mean, collectors are going to collect number ones no matter what. Absolute DC titles can like take off and be the next big thing. Maybe collectors think it's like Ultimates over at Marvel. That could be the case. I'm curious to know what people's thoughts are on this book. It seems to be that people enjoy it. It's so weird. It's so weird that it's such a weird thing to be like, completely change stuff up. Will's in the chat, and he says, my hope is that it might help bring more people to read other GL titles if they like this. Totally agree. It's the one thing that got me excited about reading it was that other people were reading it. When a Green Lantern book cracks the top 10, that means like the normal people who read comic books, who normally don't read Green Lantern comic books, are coming over and checking out a Green Lantern title, which is terrific. My hope is that when they read this book and they see that these characters are done this way, that they know that when they come over to like Jeremy Adams or Morgan Hampton's like books, that they're not expecting this. So it's a little tough. Like, how do you like this book, which I think is like a horror book. So if it came out like during Halloween and stuff, it would be like, okay, it's like a crazy alternate universe horror thing that they're doing for Halloween. So it's really tough for me to like really, really like get into this book. Again, I thought the writing was great. I think the art is fantastic. And I'm definitely going to pick up book number 2. I'll definitely pick up issue 2 and go over that. I'll probably bring a guest on, possibly Vactor, because Vactor says that he's loving it. Will, if you want to come on also, we can discuss this too, because I think it's a me thing. Like, I've never been into like Elseworld stories. What If, Marvel Zombies, any of these DC books that like kind of do this stuff. I think I was into Earth 1 Green Lantern because at the time I didn't really care for the main book that was going on, and that it was really good. The Young Animal book, why am I blanking on the name? Far Sector, originally I thought that was like an Elseworlds book. It really didn't have much to do with the main Green Lantern book, but it was a really good story, and it was a new character. And I know a lot of people take issue with like there being way too many Green Lanterns from Earth. I tend to sort of agree, but that's just because I like looking at aliens and stuff. But like, and usually I don't like that there's more Earth Green Lanterns, because that means that's time taken away from my beloved Kyle. But I'll tell you this, with Far Sector, it was nice because it was a new character introduced. it was Joe. And there was a really, I mean, the writing and artwork in that book is fantastic. It's the best thing. I think it's the best Green Lantern thing in the comics in the last like 10 years. It's right up there with Jeremy Adams and what he's doing on the main title. And that's one of the things that, you know, I was reading this book, speaking of Joe from Far Sector, like, I don't think I realized that Joe, I might have missed it. I don't know. But I didn't realize that that was Joe. It just didn't click to me because it was such a drastic change. But it's just, I can't get into these stories. But I think there's an interesting idea behind this. Something that I didn't care for in the Jon Stewart animated movie, Beware My Power. Spoilers if you haven't seen that, but essentially Hal Jordan is bad. And that happens in this. And I kind of knew that based on the covers and previews and stuff, that Hal Jordan was going to be bad. I don't even know if he's necessarily bad. He's definitely corrupted by a black hand. I think that's pretty interesting, but it's almost one of those things where it's like, why can't Hal Jordan just be the regular, you know, test pilot guy that we all know? He works with Joe and John, and then Guy. Guy is mentioned a couple times in here. We do not see Guy. But I like the idea of Black Hand. Like Hal's Black Hand, I think is an interesting idea. It's just, why can't he just be like a regular Hal Jordan that we all know? And what's funny is, in this book, it takes place in like a diner within a small town, like in the middle of nowhere, it seems. And there's like something happening. Some shit went down on the news where a giant Green Lantern emblem has like smashed like half of the town. And then Hal Jordan walks into the bar, and he's already killed the cop with his Black Hand, and he's about to take out this little diner. So this takes place in a real small town, and Hal Jordan has a Black Hand. And the first thing I thought of was this sort of the synopsis for the Lantern series, where there's a small town and there's two Green Lanterns there going to investigate a murder. And then there's also, like, you know, we've speculated heavily that possibly Black Lanterns are in this town, and Black Hand. So for this, while I was reading this the whole time, I'm like, oh, I'm hoping this isn't, and it has nothing to do with the Lantern series. But I don't know, man. The way they're talking about the Lantern series, it sounds like they might be on track. Will had mentioned that over at Green Lanterns podcast, that they finished shooting the pilot of Lanterns back on March 30th. So I'm really hoping to see the outfits. And I hope they're comic accurate to the main book and not like this book. This is a real weird one. There's blood, which is fine. We've seen it in Lanterns. There's death and destruction, and it is very dark. We haven't seen a Green Lantern yet, other than, I'm assuming, Abin Sur, who on this crazy page it doesn't look like he has a ring. And we haven't seen Joe, other than the cover. She does get a ring, but she's using her ring, a ring. Yeah, it's all different. I'm going to have to read it again, but everything about this is like different. Peter pipes in and it says, do you think Green Lantern can become Star Wars of DC? Absolutely. I don't see why not. Essentially, like, if you watch like Green Lantern, the animated series, it's like one of the showrunners, Giancarlo Volpe, worked on Clone Wars. And I've always thought that, like, Green Lantern as Star Wars with superheroes, especially that Jeff Johns run. It wasn't until Jeff Johns' run where he started introducing like the Sinestro Corps that it really got into like those big Star Wars-esque like space battles. And so a lot of times when I try to get people to read Green Lantern, I tell them, hey, it's like Star Wars with superheroes. And I don't know if that's a selling point these days, but, and when I was watching Acolyte, I really got shades of like, you see like, of Green Lantern because of the way the Jedi Council was operating, reminded me of the Guardians and dispatching Jedi out to different planets to, check on different things, in situations. So, Acolyte reminded me of Green Lantern. Yeah. Will says he thinks it was a wedding ring or something. Yeah, it was like a wedding ring that she had in her pocket or something. Didn't get it from Mavin Sir, but maybe, yeah, here's the thing. Like, I didn't hate this at all. Like, I didn't hate it. I just don't understand what compels comic book companies to do this. I know they like slapping number ones on things. They like using probably just the Green Lantern IP to get new readers in, which is all good. But when you change it so drastically, like, how are you going to explain that, like, none of this stuff is like any of the other books they pick up? It's tough to say. Like, if somebody reads this book and it's like, oh, I wanted to read more Green Lantern. Here's Blackest Night, and there's this Black Hand guy is on the cover. They're going to pick it up, and it's going to be like nothing like this. As cool and neat as that is, it's there's nothing like it. So I'm interested in seeing what shakes out with this. Wow, this lady shoots Hal Jordan, and then he just like explodes the place. It's so over the top, but I don't know if this is for me. But I am curious to see where it goes. I'm not going to hate on it. I think if this was a 5-star rating, I'd give it a 4 stars, because I do think the writing is good. I do think the art is good. I just don't know why it exists. And there's not enough in here, story-wise, to make me be like, oh, I understand where they're going with the story. Like, I have no idea where the story is going. The only thing that happens in this issue is that, for me, it's like, hey, everything you know about Green Lantern is going to be different in this. So here's all the weird stuff that's different. It's like, okay, cool. And I like that it's a mystery, but I really need to get more of what they're doing here to get hyped up for it. Why these changes made. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm interested in reading issue 2. I took a long time to get to this one, and I wasn't going to do it on the page, or on the site, but I'll stick with it. So as soon as issue 2 comes out, I'm going to read that. I'll see how it goes. And then, I'll continue. We'll see if I continue going on to 3, 4, and then so on and so forth. But it's a limited series, so it's not going to be too tough of a deal to check out. What was the price on this thing, by the way? I don't think the price is on the cover on the digital version, but I think they're like $4.99. I think it's like main book price, which is a little bit of a tough pill to swallow each month, because that's like, I remember like Disney Plus used to be like $4.99 a month. And this is just one issue. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will pick up number 2, and I'll see how I want to see what the story is. It's really tough, again, with the number 1, dealing with so much setup, and essentially you're establishing a brand new world, but it just happens to like alter characters that I've known for years. So it's a little tough to get my head in this game, but I'm excited to see where the story goes. Again, like the artwork's great, so that's fun. I've been enjoying that. But there's not a lot I have to say about this book other than that. Because it's a Elseworlds title sort of deal. That's not its fault. That's a me thing. I totally put that on me because I'm not into that style of storytelling. Because it's like, again, I've been reading Green Lantern comics since 1990. It's been a long time, way longer than I had the grays in my beard. And then I've been a fan for a while. So it's when you've been reading Green Lantern for that long, it's like, I don't know if it's good to shake things up. If I'm not the right guy to pick up this book, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you enjoy the book. Let me know why you think that they do this. If it is just to get new readers, which is great. Any new readers to Green Lantern is terrific. Congratulations to the team on this book for getting in the top 10 of sales. Like, that's phenomenal. I'm super stoked. I think once we get more into the story and find out what the deal is with Abin Sur, what's up with Joe, what's up with Hal, and what's up with this giant Green Lantern that crushed like half of this town. Once we start getting into that stuff, I might have a completely different tune next month, which is actually, I think it's not too far off because I waited like 2 weeks to read and review this one. So it should be right around the corner. I think before then we may have another issue of Green Lantern Corps, and then another Absolute Green Lantern. The last time I wasn't thrilled on a book, it was Green Lantern War Journal, the first trade paperback. And I got to tell you, I'm definitely more intrigued by this than I was with that. Apologies to the team behind War Journal, but this it just didn't grab me as much as I would hope for. But I'm not gonna just sweep it under the rug just yet. We'll see how next month goes. Now that everything has been set up, I think we're off to the races, and we'll see how this story shakes out. It'll be really interesting. Will agrees as well. So I think with that, I will be back live as soon as we get some more news from Lanterns. Fingers crossed for some updates. I really would like to see what these suit designs are going to look like. Fingers crossed that they aren't Earth One. The way things have been going, I feel like the teams, they've got to do it. Like, I feel like Damon Lindelof's been a Green Lantern fan long enough for him to be like, hey, listen, Lanterns fan has been waiting for a Green Lantern movie for a long time. The one we got in 2011 maybe wasn't the best version. So let's make sure we do it right. And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping there, like any of this stuff with the Earth One artwork being used in sort of the news cycle for this and the announcements for this. I hope all that Earth One stuff has nothing to do with the show, because I don't want to see Hal in like a astronaut suit with just a glowing Green Lantern chest. But as soon as that drops, if anything, any Green Lantern news comes that's like really sort of like earth-shattering, I'll be here live to talk about it. So make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified when I'm going live, and I'll see you guys next time on the show. Until then, beware my podcast. It's Lanterns Live. Bye.
Life is unpredictable, but preparing for the unexpected shouldn't be. Take ownership of your life planning with Policy Genius to help your loved ones have a financial safety net in case something happens to you. They offer life insurance policies starting at just $276 a year for $1 million in coverage. Don't wait for life to make other plans. Protect your family today. head to policygenius.com. That's policygenius.com.